Heyo everybody and welcome back to Experimental Season 6. Today I am going to be showing you all the Pitjaw Mutator. It's one of the few things that was added in Season 6, and well, we're just going to see how good it is, and you know, how hellish it is as well. So, I want to talk to you about the Mission Select screen here and some of the weird quirks that it has. Have you ever really noticed how it's split up, how crystalline caverns and salt pits are in their own little section, with the little yellow border around that? That border actually means that these are region locked. These are the first two regions that you unlock. Then it's Fungus Bogs, Radioactive, Ossuary, and then it's Hollow, Dense, and Glacial. Then the last three biomes that you unlock is Azure Weald, Magma Core, and Sandblasted Corridors. I don't know why Sandblasted and Azure Weald are the last two, when really it should probably be Hollow Bow and Magma Core, but oh well. And did you know that always one of these two is going to be open, one of these three is going to be open, one of these three is going to be open, and one of these three is going to be open. So at minimum, you have 4 areas open at a time, and then the maps can only have 5 missions on them at a time. And then if Crystalline Caverns is open, and not Salt Pits, Crystalline Caverns is guaranteed going to have a mining, an egg, and a heavy extraction. All guaranteed to be on there. And then over in Fungus Bogs, Radioactive Exclusion Zone, and Ossuary Depths, if only one of them is open, it is guaranteed to have a on-site refinery and the other one, on-site refinery, salvage operation, and a heavy extraction. I don't know why the heavy extraction's there, it just is. And it's always going to be a longer of the two ones. It's going to be a 2-2 instead of a 1-1, I think? Yeah, a 1-2 is what this one is. Then, moving on to Glacial Strata, Dense Biozone, and Hollow Bow, if only one of them is open, there is guaranteed going to be a Quartz mission and an Egg mission. A 6-egg mission and a Quartz mission. And then moving on to Azure Weald, Magma Core, and Sandblasted, this will always have a on-site refinery, or not on-site, deep scan, an escort, and a elimination mission. And then the salvage operation, or not salvage, sabotage operation, is always going to be somewhere on the map, and there's going to be at least one of them somewhere. And that's just how the missions generate. That is most of the missions, how they generate. And then there's a few here, like all of these are the lowest that they can be. These are guaranteed to be on the mission map at somewhere in this place. And then if we go over to this Sabo, we can see that it has mutators. So this is a random mission. This is also guaranteed. There has to be a mission with the Pitjaw colony in this season, and there has to be at least one of them. Now, we have 2 of them, I believe. Actually, no, that's probably... Nope, there's 2 of them. So you can see that these two, this generated weirdly, this generated, this one generated, this one's guaranteed, and then if we head over here, this one's also generated. We should have 5 of them. 5 weird missions that generated. And those are the unique missions per map, is 5 of them. The rest are guaranteed to be rolled a certain way. Some of these missions can be like any mission, but it has to have 2 mutators, or it has to have the Pitjaw colony, and it could be any mission, and it can have any anomaly. That's just how the mission map has worked. Why do I know this stuff? Well, I just sat here and looked at it for a while, and also ran through the Greenbeard assignment chain again, and that's just some of the neat things from the mission map. Anyway, none of that's irrelevant to the actual mission that we're playing, which is Pitjaw Colony. So let's get down into the mission. So we are in the new area as Scout, because I wanted to see how awful it would be in Scout. Because I know that these little scarab bastards are always going to be awful no matter what. And now, let's head down. So I really wanted to know how difficult it is to take them out with Drac. Now, I am taking literally the best Drac build, but it seems like not very hard. I did take some mods. I need to not get that out of there. I don't know if there is a way to not... I'm assuming I can just lead them all into here and they'll all just eventually die, alright? How much HP do they even have? They have like 40 HP or something? Let's see. They have 86 HP as a Swarmer-type foe. That's a little bit much, but it seems like, you know, Fire Bolts, Cryo Bolts are going to solve them real quick. Can I help you, mister? Oh my god, why is there so many of them? I mean, I will always ask, why is there so many? But that is a significant amount of HP for a Swarmer-like enemy to have. They spawn in big numbers, they rush you quite fast, and also they are still freaking here. Do I have to really pheromone a Praetorian to get rid of all of these guys? I mean, I will. I have no qualms about doing the funny. How does Bosco take care? Oh my god, there is still more, dude. Ossuary Depths is really... It feels like it should be in the final area instead of a... Oh, well, we just ran out of lights. Yeah, it just feels like it should be a end of the area, is how I should feel about it. But oh well. I just feel like it's definitely harder than the others. Also, this is the only safe place that it can stand and not have to worry about in this mission, because we do have Pitjaws. And if you don't know anything about Pitjaws, well, I'll just tell you that if there is flat ground in the mission, most likely there is a Pitjaw hiding there. Why do you die like that? Okay. Oh, we have an actual wave. I should not. Well, this should be completely fine. I'm gonna get grabbed by the... I really like these shelves. Can you just freeze them, please, so I can just deal with them real quick? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Bosco. Alright, so let's see the true fact about this mission, and see how many Pitjaws we can see just from looking down there. So, you can see that there is a relatively flat mark. There's a Pitjaw right there. There's also a... I think that's the only Pitjaw I see. Nope, there's another one. There's a third. You can see... There's a fourth. There is a lot of Pitjaws down there, and they are quite terrifying. And I also didn't bring heightened senses, so if I get grabbed by a Pitjaw at the moment, this is experimental and it might be subject to change, but if I get grabbed by a Pitjaw, I am most likely just dead, because Bosco cannot save me from a Pitjaw in time. Because there is no... It doesn't have a damage threshold to release, like how grabbers have, and how... I think it's literally just grabbers. So, if I do get grabbed by a Pitjaw, I am most likely dead, which means I need to watch my step. But I am playing Scout, so watching my step is very easy. I don't have to worry about my flares running out or anything like that. I do have to worry about me using Berserk, though. And a wave coming from behind me. Oh, that's not good. Luckily, we have the most OP object in the game, which is the grappling hook and flares, or excuse me, Pharaoh bolts. I'm realizing... Oh, I didn't send out a second one, is what I'm realizing. I'm going to Pharaoh bolt the Stingtail as well. Can you guys... Okay, that's really their... I don't have any air control because I got grabbed in the middle of that grapple. The real big problem with these Scarabs is it's real hard to aim your crossbow, or like your focus shot, or whatever have you. They just get in the way very, very well. Alright, let's actually head down here real quick and try and get this Vartok Scale Bramble done with. I do need to be careful here. They can show up. So how they spawn is that they just spawn on flat ground. Like, they can spawn on this tilted ground slightly, but it's not likely. I assume it has to do with... Yeah, you can see there's two right there. Now, the best way to take care of them is with cryo, with a cryo driller. That is... They have a lot of HP. Oh my god, there's a fucking leech. It's so busy looking down at the ground that I fail to even, like, look up at the ceiling. Because I just want to... Yeah, there's 4 of these little guys. Okay, I need to get out of here. I hope to God that breathing room affects me. There's one right below me. I don't want to be here. I'm playing this mission exceedingly slowly, as you can tell, because I don't want to get hit with one of those creatures. Yeah, this is... I don't know if the AoE increase, or the... Not the AoE increase, the AoE of the firebolts can really hit them while they're in the air, and that is mostly a no. Get out of here. They don't have that much I wonder if they have like a ×3 weak point or something. They might. Anyway, now we can finally set down a resupply and get this scale bramble out of here. Okay, so I will show you some of the... Go and increase the audio real quick so you can hear some of the sound effects. But they do make a noise when they're just chilling around. So I think this is safe. Yeah, you can hear the sound effect while it's just chilling. And that's whenever I'm in grab range. But the best way to do it is just... There's another leech. The best way to deal with them is to light them on fire or cryo them. That is some of the best ways to deal with the Pitjaws at the moment. And they will lag you while when they dig. I think that is just a problem that's going to be happening for them permanently. I'm not too sure if it can be fixed or not. There's another wave coming in. You know what? Can I light this guy on fire? Well, I shot him, so, you know, maybe he'll die. Oh my god! That was one of the worst ones I've seen thus far. That was awful. I also need to be careful. There's, like, Pitjaws over there. I think this whole, like, middle bit here is safe to stand on, but anything further and I would be getting into some decent amounts of trouble. Can you just die before you, like, fully acid me? You know, he died after he fully acided me. That's something. Okay, so there's another Pitjaw here. And the best way just to take care of them is to shoot them in the mouth. The mouth is a weak point. You cannot just walk up to them and power attack them. That is something that you just can't do. They will grab you before they leave. Can we not do that? Does this actually keep them on fire when they move? Well, I missed that shot. Is it just gonna keep digging, or is it done? I have no idea where that one went. Which means every area that I've just cleared out is now unsafe, because I don't know where that guy went. So one of the best ways to deal with these things, if you cannot kill it in one shot, is to ping it. Just simply, that was one that I shot originally. So if I ping it, you can see the whole thing, and then if it runs, it will, lag the game. Yep, there you go. And then it will tunnel somewhere else. If the ping lasts, there it is. So it went all the way over here next to this other one. And note, Bosco rockets. Thank you. Bosco, can you move over here? Bosco rockets cannot freeze them, as I have just proven right there. I really wish the lag didn't happen. Does this count as hitting them? It does. Oh my god. I don't know if he will stay lit on fire. That is still something. There's another wave heading in for me. Can we... I'm just going to assume that kills literally all of you. There's a slasher next to me, apparently. I did not even realize that there was a slasher. I can't really move anywhere, because I think there's one that I missed. Don't land on one. Because if I land on one, it's just taking a life from me, which is hopefully will get changed. There is probably a few more in this area. I don't see any more besides that one. Let's deal with it. Oh my god. I really want to get so close to these creatures just so I can immediately shove my gun in their face. And that is a bad decision. If you get within grabbing range of them, and you shoot them, damage them, or do anything to them, they will grab you. I think that's a little bit overtuned, because if you're that close to them, you have better reflexes, you could just shoot them, but I understand why. I almost walked into that one. I understand why that is a thing, because if you could just goon up to them and hear, like, the crickly noises, you wouldn't get grabbed by them ever. Or at least good players wouldn't. I am going to get grabbed by a fucking Pitjaw. Okay. So, I really think... I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about them. Really. The Pitjaw warning is just one of the hardest warnings, again, in the game, because it forces you to go very, very slow and make sure that you've cleared out... I don't know where he went. That you've cleared out the previous area, or excuse me, that you go slow and clear out the area, and then when one escapes you, because one eventually will, you have to go back through the previous area that you've been and make sure... You can hear him. I don't know where he is. But, is that him? No. I don't know where he is. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm going back to the resupply. There's also a wave of exploders heading in for me. Is that just a wave of exploders? I mean, sure. I shouldn't have meleeed it there. I am kind of dumb, but hey, man. It all runs in the family. Oh my god, he's there. This was an area that was cleared, and there is a slightly damaged Pitjaw here. And they're worse than cave leeches, dude. Cave leeches wouldn't spawn in a hallway, but these freaking Pitjaws absolutely would spawn in a hallway. I think they're both dead to the fire. Or at least I'm going to hope they're both dead to the fire. At least that one is. I really don't have any good ways to kill them, do I? Other than shoot them in the face. That one was at low HP. Also, they won't spawn on this, like, thin tile here. How it's a very thin roof. None of them will spawn until, like, here-ish. And another thing, if you clear out... So say I do 1 damage to a Pitjaw until it runs out of valid room. Because that lag that you are seeing every time that it runs away, that lag is it checking the ground to see, okay, where can I show up next? And then it will scan, and then it'll move to the next valid place. I shot a Pitjaw in the mouth, and now it's gonna move and lag my game. Thank you. What an amazing time. No, I can't send this video in for... Hey, the Pitjaws lag my game, because I'm running a bunch of mods, so I have to confirm that the Pitjaws do just lag my game normally, and maybe send in my specs and all that. So, we'll see if it does get fixed. In solo play, the Pitjaw warning just makes you play so much quicker, and in multiplayer, like, oh no, I got grabbed, whatever shall I do? And then you get revived with, you know, infinite revives, and you just don't... I keep thinking this is a Pitjaw, but it is not a Pitjaw. I had one escape from me, and I think it went up to spawn, which is a horrifying thing. And you'll never think that you're entirely safe, because they move. Now, one of the things that is good about this mission that we got... There it is. It's right there. As I said, I thought it was in spawn, and it was. Because that was a very valid place for it to be. You can relatively determine where it will spawn just by having knowledge of, okay, there's flat ground here with no terrain. Because they can't spawn next to these stalagmites. They can't spawn next to these bones. They can spawn next to those bones over there. We saw some bones that weren't a terrain feature. Yeah, this terrain right here, this is, you can walk right through this. They can spawn there. There it is. This is the bones that I was talking about. They can spawn in this, which is absolutely horrid, but, you know, whatever. Alright, I think that is the Pitjaws done, and now we can start doing the actual mission. 20 minutes in, and we are probably going to get grabbed by, I don't know, a whole heck of a lot of things. Probably a Pitjaw that I just forgot to get. And now it's a fairly standard mission. I think the Pitjaws are very interesting creatures because they are the, I think, the third or fourth enemy. Let's see here. What can dig? Sentinels can dig, Oppressors can dig, Bulk Detonators can dig, and all the Dreadnoughts can technically dig. I think the Twins can't, but they might be able to. They just choose to not. So they are the fourth enemy that can actually influence terrain in a I generate the terrain in this way, in a I dig out the terrain, which is pretty cool of them. And it leaves like little cool pock marks in the ground to let you know, oh yeah, there was a hellacious enemy in this place. Alright. The first swarm of the mission, 20 minutes in. Usually you would just be done. I mean, I didn't need to go out and clear out every single Pitjaw. I could have just cleared out this like hallway here and fought in this hallway and just gotten Bosco to go grab it. But I just want to clear out the whole cave because it's more content for the YouTube video. And also we get to see more waves. It's more content is literally what I just said. So, you know, being a broken record, always, like I always am. I need to find a corner these creatures can go across so that they all light on fire. So something that I've been doing as well, I need to find like a Praetorian or something, because this is getting a little bit much. Yeah, I just need to shoot them, actually. Let me show them the grace of not thin containment field, of, right here. I pharaohed the wrong thing, but it'll probably be fine in the end. Let me show them the grace of thermal exhaust feedback. And anyway, I was saying that I have recently, now I have told you all that I did start playing, that is kind of horrifying. I did start playing Abiotic Factor with the relationship, and that has been going well, and I have now started a solo playthrough of Abiotic Factor, and I gotta admit, it's not the same. I vastly want to be playing with the relationship, but I had an idea for a video series that I can be doing just to fill in some of the time, fill in some of the videos, since I've been doing a video a day of DRG for a while now. So I could do a Abiotic Factor series where I am playing where it's permanently night, where it's just nighttime. That sounds like a fun thing. We would probably be playing on Apocalypse difficulty because, A, it's a challenge run, so you kind of have to play on the hardest difficulty. But here's the other thing. That might kill my enjoyment for the game if I'm playing it with the relationship, so I probably will have to finish the game and then wait like a month before I start that. But that could be an actual fun time. Oh my god. I just turn around hearing the slight briefest flutters of their wings. Okay, get me back over here. And I just see a billion freaking little flyers, dude. I took fall damage there. That is insane. Alright, you know what? Where's that Trijaw? Not the Trijaw, the Stingtail. Get Pheromone so I don't have to deal with all of that. Look at them go. They're so weird looking. I wonder if Armor Break would allow you to shoot their weak point when they're on the ground. I mean, the most likely answer is yes. but they don't have that much HP for it to... Well, they have enough HP where base wart can't one-shot them, unless it hits the weak point. So, you know, maybe they have a lot of HP. I hate this place. Hi! That's the wrong button to press there. There you go. Have fun with that one. Can you guys be interested in an IFG? I don't know how I didn't take damage there, but it's very simple. I am better than that. I don't know. I was having a lot of ideas of a challenge run that I could do. That sounds like, honestly, a lot of fucking hassle, but it sounds kind of fun. Is like, it's permanently night, maybe with all bad traits or something, and just see how many deaths it takes. And absolutely not Iron Man mode. That would be, or hardcore mode, or whatever it is. That would not be kosher. Of course, in video games, I don't really like hardcore modes at all, because, A, whenever I used to actually work, I would sit down, play a game for maybe an hour or two, and then turn it off and go do something else. And I don't want my relaxation time. I understand that some people have different opinions than me, and that's completely fine. Alright, you can have wrong opinions. But I don't want that relaxation time, like, oh, it's, you know, been like 12 days of relaxation time, and I make one mistake, and then, like, you know, 24 hours of that progress is just gone in the wind. Yeah, you have memories of that, but I still want to, at the end of the day, I want to finish the thing that I set out to do, and getting defeated, it's more or less, it's the opportunity cost, or not the opportunity cost, it's the cost of doing business with hardcore games, is that you're gonna die and feel exceedingly depressed when you do die. Or if you beat it, that sense of elation and all that would absolutely be, I don't know, astronomical. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, alright? And I don't want to feel the depressed, man. I already feel depressed all the time. I thought there was a bug going on with this egg, and who knows what was happening with that egg. Apparently, I have another egg to grab before we can get the heck out of here. It's still in the wall. I see. That's not good. Hello, Stingtail. Stingtail, you're gonna be exploded by a bunch of exploders. I hope you know that. Goodbye, Stingtail. Have fun. In fact, here, let me add insult to injury. Pheromone him. And oh my god, get me out of here. You're gonna be my salvation, buddy. Take care of all the little beetles, dude. How are you still alive? He almost hit me with his horns, dude. I wonder if the Stingtails have any relation with the Orizons, dude. Like, if they... This is a dead end. Interesting. Because of the giant horn, if they, like, mutated just to fight the Orizons on their own home turf or something. I know that there's probably a reasonable explanation of this. Wow, yeah, I'm scared of them, dude. I'm more scared the fact that there's no Praetorians. Like, at all? Yeah, dude, the wave is thinning out, dude. I have the one that makes it so that I go fast whenever I kill a bug with the actual weapon that I am using. Absolutely insane. Can you guys please just light on fire? It is like I'm in a hellhole. Fosca. He tried. I also failed that grapple. Don't worry, I'll be fine. See, 18 HP, enough HP to live. Well, that's a drive-by and a half. We did it. Okay, maybe the problem is I'm simply just not shooting them. Maybe I need to do that. Simply shoot the Orizons and then they'll die. What a wild I ran out of ammo. Ran out of gun juice for now. It overheated. Oh, hey, look! At the very end of the swarm, my friend of all friends, dude. A Praetorian. You really don't start to notice how often or how little a oppressor or a Praetorian spawns until you start playing with cryo/fire bolts. Because then you'll start noticing when Praetorians spawn, dude. Alright, well that seems to be the end of the mission, because we just have one more ambient wave to go. This was a fun mission. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't think I'm going to be doing another one, but I could be convinced otherwise to myself. I wonder if I get Bosco to shoot right here. You know what? He tried his best. I don't know which one I hit. I'm trying to light the... There's a lot of things exploding over there. Also, this mission pool keeps surprising me with what's on it. There was grabbers all of a sudden on it, and now there is Konar shellbacks, dude. Why? That did not kill you. They have to have some explosion resist, right? Or he was just, like, too far out of the AoE. I know it does have, like, insane damage drop-off. Anyway, that's the mission. I hope you guys enjoyed the mission, and I hope you guys will show up again for another one.